Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on Thursday night as we are entering the final race of the season 3 of DTR Formula 1. It's Division 3, final race, and unfortunately we don't have a very full crit. However, we're still gonna have fun. We start off with an 18-minute qualification session. Right. Uh, Only 12 drivers, 13 is on its way, possible of 14, but that is not the numbers we're used to. It's due to a combination that a lot of guys in this division are having their exams this week. And of course you always have the population that just can't be bothered to show up. As a league, it's simple, we're gonna get rid of them. Because we want full grids, we want entertainment for them and for you and for us. And if you can't be bothered to show up, this is not your league. For example, Division 1 has had a full grid of 20 drivers for all 12 races. Unfortunately, in this division, it's a bit hit and miss now and then. So, nevertheless, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. Price Phantom, a young British fellow, he is developing quite quickly, still makes some erratic moves and has a lot to learn as it comes to, oh dear, that nearly went wrong, come to racing and what you do and don't do. But the speed is getting there. I think it might be best if we not watch him, it's bad for my heart. Stewart, meanwhile, to a 107.319. I'm predicting a pole time around the 107.0, maybe, just maybe, a very high 106, and that should be if anybody can do it, it's probably Abrasive Event or it's Fox Blue, as I think they're the quickest over one lap. Other very quick drivers as Stewart, as Billy, and the guy now in P3, SMB RRTT. Let's just call him SMB as it's a bit simpler. quicker to name it. We have a Whiteout RL as a debutant today, so let's see what he can do. Quite curious about him. Belly, the last to set a time, usually one of the quicker drivers, and he is in P4 understanding. 1074 is, I think, a bit below what he's capable of. Fox Blue going out again. Well, one of the McLarens goes in. Stewart doing 3 laps on those tires is a lot. But about tonight's concept, we have a regular qualifying session. That means 80 minutes where you have 4 sets of tires to set a time, 3 soft compounds and 1 medium compound. After that, no, let me one step back. The qualifying session itself, this one is just to determine the starting order of the sprint race or sprint quali, whatever you want to name it. That's 5 laps, and from that sprint quali, the top 8 gets points from 8 to 7 to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it determines who has pole in his name, if you're listening, Mikey, and the starting order of the main race. So there's more points to gain and an extra 5 lapper. And it also means that in the future race, everyone will have a free tire choice. As I told you, aggressive with the 106.9. Yeah, he's if I'm correct, he's not able to become champion anymore because he's had a few poor results this season. But he has won 3 races, and all of them in the last 5 of the season. So he's definitely on fire in the last period. But Fox Blue has 185 points. He's probably the most consistent of the quick drivers, as he has the 30-point lead on Stewart. So technically, it's still possible for Stewart to become champion, but then he has to score a top 3 in the sprint race. Well, Fox Blue is not allowed to score. And he should even win the main race, and Fox Blue shouldn't be able to score again. So very unlikely, but technically still possible. Abrasive is in third with 124 points, so also it's that 31 points behind Stewart, who once again unlikely to move up. In fourth, it's Billy, 103 points. A 21 point gap, so that could still change. If Billy wins the race, Abrasive doesn't score, Billy could still get third, and that could be important because why? The top three gets a ticket to the Race of Champions, the end of season finale that is driven tomorrow by a mate at Monza. Because the top three of the drivers' classification of each series is qualifies himself as well as the winner of constructors. The winner of constructors is the Mercedes team with Stewart and Billy, so that's settled already, as they have like near 70-point lead on the Red Bull team. On board with Nexon. Ooh, misses the corner there. Skipper, the veteran. Six minutes, 20 seconds on the clock in this session. Billy moves to P2. One oh seven one. Prize Phantom with a surprise P5 so far. Was surprised. Well, I'm on pure pace. I think SMB is probably a driver that should be in the top 5. The other top four were pretty predictable. Oh, Evan retires. Prize Phantom. Let's see, he's on a lap. Stewart is on a lap. A hot lap. SMB. Let's see what he can. Oh, he invalidated actually. He'll probably continue in the next lap. We'll recharge his ERS for now. Right, so another attempt at a hot lap for SMB. Stewart is on a hot lap as well. He's a bit further. Let's see how Stewart is doing. He's slowing down. Owen in P6 in the AlphaTauri. That is a slow lap. Elliott in the McLaren tonight. What is he able to do? He's not improving. SMB did get to P5 there. As expected, the top 5 for today. One and a half minute and a few seconds on the clock until this session is over. Relight improves to P11 as now Evan drops to 12. Skipper is still on last. Half a second behind Evan. Well, he just is not the greatest qualifier. Doesn't have the greatest race pace as well. But in the end, you'll probably still see him scooping up a few points. Abrasive improves once again. That's an impressive 106.8. Owen retires as it's the last minute. Right, who is still on the lap? Whiteout is a debutant. Its first race in DTR. 107.4 is not bad. Question is, what will he do in the race? Yeah, a lot of drivers now retiring as they are not going to go up anymore. Abrasive just goes into the pit. And I don't think we have anyone on a lap anymore. Well, Price is the last one on track and able to perhaps set a time. No, he's 10 seconds up. No. And invalidated as well. So, right. That means the quali order is quite a predictable one. Abrasive probably the quickest over one lap. Then we have Fox Blue, probably the best driver in this division. Of course, then the two Mercedes. I think they're fairly equal as drivers. That's Stewart is a bit more aggressive, or no, Billy, both are aggressive. Stewart a little bit more reckless at times. But very good drives nonetheless. SMB, as expected in P5. Then we have Fries, Phantom, Owen. Then we have Hammers, Whiteout. Nexton, Reliant, Evan, and Skipper. Top 12 within a second. Right. Now, right. Drivers lining up, and we do not have a formation lap. We're gonna go for a 5 laps from race, and the red lights are all on, and now they're off. And let's see who has the best start. I think Fox Blue has a good start here. Who's gonna lead into turn 1? Fox Blue. No, aggressive. All about the contact there between the Englishman and the Hungarian. One driver in trouble, and that's the new guy. Do not worry. There's still another race after this. Right, Fox Blue took the lead. It's very simple. If he wins it, he's champion. And that would be for the second season in a row. Well, Abrazov is still fighting to secure that second position and third position in the standings. And his rival for that, Billy, is right behind him. And Billy needs to gain points on him. SMB has lost a few positions, dropped from 5 to 9, means Hammers is up. And that would mean 4 points for him. Nexton is in 6th, Prize in 7th. Owen would scoop up the final point at the current standings. There's a bit of a gap. Oh, the McLaren's there. Where really it goes really wide. Skipper now in P10. Well, Evan has pitted, and Whiteout, who was a bit further behind after a messy start, is now already back P11, and I think Reliant is in trouble. He most likely has damage as he's losing a lot of time, but Whiteout is already at P11 and into the group, and SMB is he's losing a position to Skipper, so I'm thinking SMB has a problem as well, as he's now about to lose another position. No, he's trying to fight back with Skipper. Oh, and Whiteout is out. Oh dear. Well, it happens. We will not have a safety card as it's just a 5-lapper. And we're already in lap 3 of 5. Fox Blue is still leading with Abrasive and Billy right behind him. So the top 4 of the championship is the top 4 in this race as well. Just a different order. They keep improving on that lap time. Aggressive now! Oh, contact there. Aggressive uses DRS, ERS and overtakes Fox Blue. Fox Blue then in contact with one of the Mercedes drivers. This is bad news for Billy if he wanted that 3rd position in the championship. SMB, as said, had trouble to the car. He's pitting. Means the top 8 seems secure. I'm saying seems, there's still anything can happen. As there's a 3-second gap from P8 to 9, so it looks certain. Hammers is doing a good job while keeping up with those guys up front. Let's see who is attacking. We're on the final lap. Aggressive still leading. Fox Blue really close. It means that if you win it, you get a pole position on your name and 8 points. Here comes Fox Blue with the attack, but Aggressive defends the end fine. Well done. Just a few corners to go. And most positions seem safe. Aggressive is winning the sprint race. He gets pole position at 8 points. Fox Blue gets 2nd, 7 points, and securing the championship. Billy gets 3rd. Billy lets his teammate go. That's good teamwork. As well, it didn't really matter anymore because now Stewart can't be champion anymore anyway. Unless, of course, someone would get a penalty, and that would change things. Hammers picks up 5th. Price, Phantom in 6th. Nexton is 7th. Owen Dunn is in 8th. Skipper, well done in 9th, but just outside the points. Reliant in P10. Driver of the day, Hammers. It's made up quite a few positions. Right, so that's the result of the sprint race. Means we're going to go back to the lobby now, set the grid and go for the main race. That will take a few minutes. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Welcome back, everyone. We're here for the main race. And it's raining in Brazil. Right, everyone has had time to set their strategy, choose a setup, tires, amount of fuel, which lap they want to pick. Let's have a look at the tire. Everyone is starting on intermediate, so that's going to be good. I have no idea of if it's going to stay wet all race. Is it going to dry up? Is it going to go rain harder? Yeah, I have no clue. Right. Often people ask, show the tires. Well, here they are, the tires. They're intermediates. But for the beginning, I'm going to show the position change as, well, very simple. It shows who at the beginning moves up and moves down. So this is the formation lap, and yes, earlier today at the sprint quality race, whatever you quit race, there was no formation lap. That is just yeah, a flaw for the game. It's because we used the 5 lappers, and the 5 lappers then have no formation lap. However, in a new game that is being released next week, we have normal sprint races, so that means we don't have to do 5 laps. It will be a bit longer. We don't have to set up 2 lobbies and stuff. Don't go back to the lobby after the sprint is and all that. So here we go. Last division race of the season of the 2021 game. Yes, tomorrow that's the race of champions. But for now, the finale of Division 3. With the red lights, they're off. And once again, I think Fox Blue had a good start. Oh, no. This time it's aggressive. He's had a best start. Oh, some contact there with one of the Red Bulls. And one of the Mercedes drivers, I think it was Hammers. Hammers with Billy, but Billy doesn't seem to have been in trouble. Hammers recovered as well. He's now ahead of Prize Phantom. Right, here are the winners and the losers. The winner is SMB. Moving up 3 places, Reliot moves up 1, Whiteout moves up 3, but the losers so far is Owen, and he's accompanied by his fellow Irishman and teammate Evan. But the biggest loser of all, Skipper, moved down from 9 to 13. SMB moves up another position, as we expect him to do, because he's definitely one of the best drivers in this division. He had a poor sprint race. That was due to contact and damage. But now, one lap in, and he's up 4 positions. Right, Abrasa's still leading. And he is very much on his way to securing his 3rd position in the championship and getting that almighty ticket for tomorrow's race. Oh, someone's in trouble. That's Nexton. Can't see if the guy just reset on track. Hope not, because last time he did it, he got disqualified. And I hope he learned from that. So it looked a bit like it, and I'm not sure. So let's just keep focused on the race. Abrasive in the lead, Fox Blue in 2nd. Stewart in 3rd. So the Mercedes boys in 3rd and 4th. They came short to make a decisive run at the championship, as well. Stewart didn't score any points last week when he was in a decent position. But they're both the only team up front that scored consistent big points, and that got them the Constructors' title. So at least they do have a title to bring home. Let's see. Hammers was able in the sprint race to hold on to that leading group and finish in 5th. Right now, he's still holding on to those Mercedes boys. Behind him, Price Phantom. Price Phantom is about to lose a bit of time, as SMB is right on him, on his gearbox actually. So the problem is with Price Phantom, he has to defend more than he is able to get in a rhythm or be able to attack. It might cost him some time, as it's tricky already in the rain. Behind his top 7, Reliot is the leading driver of the group. White Hood here in P9 is ahead of Owen. Oh, did Hammers just get a penalty? Right, I think it's time to switch over to the tires and have a look at the penalties. A 3-second time penalty for Hammers means he did too much corner cutting. Skipper apparently has been pitting, as he is now half a minute behind Nexton, who himself is 7 seconds behind Evan after he had spun. And we're getting quite some gaps. I mean, up front we have Abrasive, we have Fox Blue. And the only thing you could have wished for is that Abrasive was able to put in that performance earlier on in the season. Because look at it, if he wins today, it's going to be the 4th win in 6 races. Imagine having that performance earlier on in the season where he didn't score many points. He could have well, not just be third, it could be second definitely, but maybe even win the championship. So maybe, I mean, this is maybe the fight for next season. Stuart and Billy apparently can't keep up. Hammers is starting to lose a bit of ground, but SMB has overtaken Prize Phantom and is now putting pressure on the Hammer. The Hammer, real name, it's Lewis, and he likes hammer time, but it's not that Lewis, you know. His last name does begin with an H, but it's not your famous Mercedes driver. Will be fun though, if we would join the league, but still, very unlikely. Man's too busy. Right, where is the fight? I think the best fight now is Hammers with SMB. We have Abrasive and Fox Blue, and we have Reliot and Owen. Reliot, Rick, the man in the Hulk helmet. Trying to do his best to keep Owen off. Fox Blue closing in a little bit on Abrasive. Oh, and a yellow, that's Owen. Owen in trouble at turn 2. 3 now. And well, that drops him to P11. Gives Reliot a bit of breathing room. Owen gets a pen for multiple warnings. So the closest battle now is still the leaders. Oh, and another yellow. Who is that? Oh, it's Owen again. And yeah, right. He does. Oh, wait for Nexon to pass. I'm just guessing his tires are completely overheated. Not a good day for Owen. Not sure how this happened, but it seems that Skipper has lost a bit of time as well. Skipper needs to watch out to not get lapped though. He'll be praying for a safety car. Oh, and we missed an overtake. Oh, come on, Owen. Oh. Right. Okay, so SMB is now finally ahead of Hammers. Of course, car out on track. This could get messy. This route could get messy. If that car is on track and someone crashes into it. This car is now going off track. Oh, please, people, stop retiring in the pit lane or on track on purpose, because it could destroy another man's race. Just continue the race. Yes, you may not get the big points, but please get a hold of yourself. The leaders, they remain close, but for the first time the gap is now over a second. And it also seems they're not really running away from Stewart and Billy anymore. And actually SMB is closing in a little on the Mercedes drivers. And so far we're 10 laps in and it doesn't seem like the weather is changed or is about to change. It's still raining lightly. Not harder as well, because I don't see any puddles forming on track. But it just seems very, very slippery. Oh no, what happened there? That seemed so odd. Like, he half spun, but then lost his front wing to a curb. That really, or maybe like a desync or something. And I was just about to say, SMB is probably the quickest driver on track now. Well, look how that went. Fox Blue closed the gap a little. It's within a second again. Hey, Stewart picks up the time penalty. And you get the time penalty if you exceed the track limits 3 times. And for every 3 times you do so, you get a penalty. So we have 2 leaders, Abrasive and Fox Blue. And well, they have a gap, 2.5 seconds. It's growing a little bit again to Stewart, who has his teammate Billy behind him. And then there's a 4-second gap to Hammers. SMB is in the pit lane. Leaves it now. Where is he gonna come? Oh, GP11. Just ahead of Skipper. He was already quickest on track, and now he's having fresh tires, so maybe he can close the gap a bit. But it's a long gap, the big gap, I mean. Gap to the leader is 55 seconds. A lap ago, it was 7. So the whole thing it nearly cost him 50 seconds, including pit stop. That's, well, you would say a race down the drain, but hey, there can always be a safety car. Yes, purple middle sector. Yeah, I expect him next lap to put in the fastest race lap, as this was just his out lap. So let's go on board with him for a lap. Let's see. Oh, dear. Yeah, that was a bit of corner cutting. Gets him a pen. But as there are not that many drivers on track today, he could still get a few points. No, it doesn't seem like a one on that. What he does really good is he lets the car roll, shifts smoothly. Now, the question is, what was it worth? It's once again an improvement of the fastest sector 2. So I'm expecting this to be the quickest lap of the race, and you just witnessed that. Boom, 1:17.008. Did he gain a lot on the car ahead? Just over a second and a half maybe on Nexton. So it's not like he's gaining 5 seconds a lap or anything. Oh, wide out. And Evan. But let's get back to the front as Fox Blue has closed in a bit more on Abrasive. The gap was only 0.3. However, closing in is something different than overtaking. SMB improves the fast lap again, not by much, but still. Whiteout is pitting as we now enter the phase where most drivers will probably pit, but I think personally, depends on what my engineer would say about the weather. I personally, if let's say the weather prediction is the same for the rest of the race, I probably would have stayed out for a few more laps. To make it halfway at least. Let's go back to the leaders. I'm impressed that Fox Blue was able to keep his composure, not getting frustrated by not being able to pass, don't make any stupid moves, just stays behind him and awaits for his opportunity. For those of you watching, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. It would really help us reach a wider audience and help us grow with the league. Also, if you're watching and if you're not a member, please sign up on the website. And from next week, We'll be opening sign-ups for the new season as the current one is ending after this week. This is the last league race, but tomorrow is the season finale with all the division champions. So that means that, well, actually top 4 from tonight's race will be there. And after we've crowned our season champion tomorrow, we're eagerly waiting until the game, and the game is officially released next Friday. But if you have early access, you can play starting Tuesday. So that could be fun. Fun is we're gonna test a few things on Tuesday, and somewhere between Tuesday and Friday we're gonna open. Somewhere between Wednesday and Friday we're gonna open sign-ups for the new season. And even if you're not an experienced driver, never driven the game, have no skill at all, doesn't matter, because we're gonna help you get to the level that you compete. You're able to compete with other guys online. We help you. And if you have any questions, just ask them. Fox Blue just stays within that half a second to a second gap from the leader Abrasive as we're halfway through the race. The Mercedes drivers, Stewart and Billy, they lose like a tenth a lap. It's not much, but they're not able to get any closer. Hammers is not losing time on Billy anymore. Oh, look at that. Time for some action, perhaps? Stewart pits. New intermediate tires. And Price Phantom is the next driver to do so. Well, Stewart leaves the pits. Now the question is, who will follow from the top drivers? And I think especially our main two, because they are deciding who's going to win this race. Price Phantom leaves the pit again and is going to drop 1 position. He'll end up behind Nexton, the teammate of today's race leader. But he still has to pit. And Price is on much fresher tires, so that if he closes in and Nexton doesn't pit, yeah, it's shouldn't be an issue for him to overtake. Next one pitting, Hammers, Fox Blue and Billy. Ooh, and that means Fox Blue is going to go for the undercut. And he is going to need a very, very good outlap now to maybe get ahead of Abrasive. Right, so let's keep following this as Evan pits as well. Right, so let's keep following Abrasive. What is he going to do? Is he going to pit on this lap? Or is he going to wait a bit more? SMB picks up a penalty. What is... Oh, here comes Abrasive. And he needs a good pit stop. Oh, no, 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 no. This is not. Oh, how you want to decide the race. It is too late on the brakes and speed. Yeah, it comes in too hot, as they may say it. Gets a 5-second penalty that will add it after the race for speeding in the pit lane. And this is, of course, golden for Fox Blue. But actually, we would rather have him someone win it on track. But let's see who comes out on top after this pit stop. I think Abrasive is holding. Oh, he kept the lead. Actually, oh, he gained like a second with this whole pit stop. But so we may actually be in the position that Abrasive starts from pole, leads the whole race, wins the race, but doesn't win the race. If you know what I mean. We have a yellow. That's his teammate at Nexton again. Second time he's done here. So I think this is exactly the kind of thing that kept Abrasive from scoring more points in the first half of the season. Yeah, making mistakes like this. Penalties, unnecessary penalties. Risks that are unnecessary. He's a very gifted driver, but he needs a bit more composure. Who else has penalties? Let's have a look. Right, Abrasive has 5, Stewart has 3, Hammers has 3, Whiteout has 9 already. Hey, it's his debut race. Give him a break. Would be nice for him if he could score a point tonight. Skipper has 6 as well. Also very interesting. Elliott hasn't pitted yet. So he has Billy right behind him. Just what I mentioned it. Reddy is pitting and Billy is overtaking. Perhaps waited as late as possible for a safety car. Has come in, is in P6, but where is he going to end up? I think he's going to end up behind Evan. And possibly behind a few more drivers. Oh, really? It's dropping back. Must have lost quite a bit of time staying out all these other tires. As SMB, who was second to last not that long ago. Oh, we have a yellow. That is... Oh, Skipper. Next to pitting. What? You gotta be kidding me. He spins, he pits, he screws up his car on the pit exit and then leaves the session. The mentality of people no, I just better not say it at all. It's probably not words that you should say in an online session. But I do have a strong opinion about it. Now his car, oh, let's go on board with his teammate. How is this looking? Yeah, he's not there, mate. It's your own teammate now screwing you up. Oh, imagine he would took you out. Incredible. You know what's funny? It's all the young guys that do this. So, uh, what is it, guys? Do you want us to put an age restriction on league entry or something? Car comes in again. AI car. Alright. Where are the battles on track is with SM, well, probably Reliant and Whiteout. Right, 10 laps to go, and Abrasive, who has been leading all race, now is creating a bigger gap. He has a 2.6 second gap on Fox Blue, and to win the race he needs more. Why? Because he has a 5-second penalty for speeding in his leg. Oh, and it's grown to nearly 3 seconds now. So he has 10 laps, 9.5 lap to get another 2.5 seconds on the board. And I'm not sure what's going on, but it seems like Fox Blue is losing way more time now. He was able to stay close within a second all race, but now in the last few laps, ever since that pit stop, he's losing a bit more time. Oh, 4 seconds, and that means that Abrasive could still win it. And I think he definitely deserves to win in my eyes, because there hasn't been a lap that he hasn't led the race while starting from pole position. But yeah, he made one mistake. Going into the pit lane too quick. That's the 5-second penalty. But he already has a 4.3 second lead, so if that grows beyond 5 seconds, he could still win it. 8 laps to go. Stewart and Billy, they keep in 3rd and 4th. Hammers. Oh, I think it must be pretty lonesome race for some. As they're all with wide gaps. Phantom had a good race as himself. Very steady in P6. Evan started off poorly, as I may say so, but well, he moved up slowly but surely. And now maybe he could even catch Prize Phantom. S&B had a very good race, but just made one mistake, crashed. Weird incident, really weird. Lost his front wing, had to pit, dropped all the way to last. No, second to last. Skipper was behind him. But he was 30 seconds behind the next car, and now he's back in the points. He's in P8. He's closing in on the cars ahead on Evan and on Price. He's been the quickest guy on track for a while. However, he does have quite a few time penalties, so he may drop back a bit. And his tires are fairly old, actually. They're the oldest on track, apart from Nexons. But that's most likely just an AI car driving. He is about to get lapped for the second time? Yeah, second time. Not yet, but... he will be before the end of the race. Right, maybe you're gonna see a nice overtake from S&B. He's only half a second behind Evan now. Of course, due to the rain, there is no DRS to use, so that makes overtaking on the straight quite a bit harder. He's close, but is he close enough? Oh, side by side, and he does take the position. Well done by S&B. The penalties will probably drop him back quite a bit, as there's just 6 laps to go. So to where is S&B going to drop back? He has 6 seconds of penalties. So right now he would drop 1 position behind Evan, but if he can create a gap, he may stay in 7. Meanwhile, important, very important. Abrasive is now... he's almost there, in not just at the finish line, but as in creating that 5-second gap on Fox Blue. It's 4.9. Oh, and now loses a bit again, 4.7. He needs just a little more over 5 seconds to be able to win this race, given the penalty that that he has. I think it's a very, very mature race by both. But the whole top four actually, five maybe. But Abrasive just took the lead at the start as he started from pole position. He never did anything stupid apart from that pit lane entry. He had Fox Blue all over his gearbox for a long time. Oh, and now even sets the fastest lap on the race. So he just uses some extra, gives it all it has to get that fourth win of the season in his pocket. And it would be well deserved. Fox Blue that has been close to him until that pit stop. He was within a second the whole race until 12 laps ago he pitted, and when he came out it was a 1.5 second. And that slowly grew. Abrasive just gives it all he has. Both do. Oh, and it just keeps between 5 and 4.9. Oh, this is going to be intense to the finish line. 3 more laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. Third and fourth and even fifth seem secure. Hell, even sixth, although sixth could be overtaken by SMB, as Price Phantom is driving a mature race. However, yes, SMB is closing in. SMB is quicker. But SMB has 6 penalties to be added to his final time. So, if I were Price Phantom, I wouldn't defend too hard. Just let him go. Oh, and we have a yellow. Oh. That must have been Fox Blue. Oh, as the gap is now 8.5 seconds, so he lost 3.5. Stewart closed in a bit as well. Not sure what happened. Probably spun a little bit or a little bit loss of traction. It will not matter for his championship because the Fox Blue is the well-deserved winner of Division 3 this season, just like he was last season. However, he's not going to win the race. 2 laps to go. Oh, and he gets a pin as well. That takes all the pressure away from Abrasive. But everything else seems clear. The only thing that is not fully certain yet is probably position 7 and 8. SMB is 4.2 seconds ahead of Evan, but has 6 seconds of penalties. Oh, and here Reliot and Whiteout fighting it. Fighting for that final point. The final 2 points actually. Reliot takes 9. Whiteout wants to get that position back, but guys, it's the final lap of the race. Well, not for them. There's still 1.5 lap to go. It's just the final lap though for Abrasive. So back to the guys in P9 and 10. Because if we look at the penalties, how are the penalties for those guys? Oh, Whiteout has 15 seconds of penalty, so he shouldn't really fight too heavy. But he is going to get a point on his first race. That's just pretty good. Right, so, and we are entering the final quarters of this season. Aggressive 152 event, the Hungarian driver is going to take his 4th win of the season. Well done. He led from start to finish, apart from the pit entry. What is he doing? That was weird when you can still lose it on time, but nevertheless, he wins it. Fox takes 2nd, Stewart 3rd, Billy will take 4th position. Hammers in 5th. Still needs to finish it though. Price Phantom done a good race, stable. Takes 6th. SMB crosses the line of 7 but gets dropped to 8 due to time penalties. Brilliant. Probably not the most fun race for him. Takes P9. And the last point goes to the debutant. Driver of today, Evan. Yeah, but I guess that's because he started from nearly last to to P7. Alright, so these are the results. The podium: Abrasive, Fox Blue and Stewart. Billy Hammers in P5. Then we have Price Phantom, Evan, SMB, Ralliet, Whiteout. That take the points home. Skipper in 11. Kudos to Skipper for, despite the early trouble, being lapped early on, still continuing and showing how it's done. To all your kids racing and watching, just watch Skipper. He may not be the quickest, but he's an example to all of you. You never quit, you always continue no matter what. Because if you sign up for something, if you enter something, you finish it. For now, thank you for watching this season. Tomorrow, we have the season finale with the Race of Champions. Some of these drivers will be there. Fox Blue, Stewart and Billy will be there, and Abrasive most likely as well. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you watch tomorrow, and then we will be soon back for Season 4 on the new F1 2022 game. For now, I want to thank you all for watching. Have a great night. Thank you. Bye-bye.